Assalamualaikum and hello. Today my friends and I want to share with you all about microcomputer. Let me introduce our team member. Firstly, my friend Nur Harzwani binti Azhar, metric number 285847. Second is myself, Siti Amiza Afifah binti Azmi, metric number is 284485. And lastly is Mustika Warda binti Muhammad Zawawi, metric number is 278936.
Hello, Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. For introduction our goals are that we want to explain microcomputers to people who have some background in technology but little to no experience with them, and to highlight significant problems with their deployment in government organization. The microcomputer capabilities give us the chance to automate operation in ways that were not even possible before. Additionally, due to the personal character of the functioning and as an alternative to running similar application on complex network, they can offer many better understanding of a platform and greater obligation that are placed on the individual while giving users more control over the computer. Microcomputers present a unique management problem due to their widespread use across the federal entities. The physical component of the microcomputer is including the circuitry, cabinets, keyboards, or screens, printers, and refers to the as a hardware. Hardware must be made to service a variety of applications due to the economies in research and production. The end consequence is that people can get a functional computer for a reasonable price. The microcomputers are created specifically for everyday users like leisure, learning, and employment. The well-known microcomputer producers are Dell, Apple, Samsung, Sony, and Toshiba. For the history of a microcomputer, it was created as a result of Robert Noyce, the founder of Intel, that established Ted Hoff's Application Research Department in 1969 to identify new uses for silicon technology. Hoff felt it would be cool to create a computer using MOS LSI technology. For the first one, the early of microcomputer, a small company in Albuquerque, New Mexico, called MITS launched a computer kit called the Altair not long after Intel unveiled its 8080 CPU. The Altair satiated both the social and technical needs for a compact personal computer. His daughter gave the new devices the name Altair. After the stars, the journal Popular Electrics featured an image of the Altair on its cover in January 1975. An Altair equipped with the least expensive PDF-8 mini computer, a dependable and a proven performance. Additionally, even with the precise keys assembled, it was occasionally challenging to get the Altair to run a consistent. Next, the current version of microcomputer. The current version of microcomputer has many types like desktop computer, laptop, smartphone, and tablets. First and foremost, a desktop microcomputer is crucial in the life of its users since it enables them to finish a number of challenging activities quickly and without any problems. This computer is wired to a variety of devices, including a monitor, keyboard, system units, and a mouse, and it is a mountain of a devil. The fact that it has a bigger footprint than a majority of the desktop microcomputer is one of its drawbacks, since different small-sized components, including a keyboard, LCD monitor, touchpad, and other general parts, they are incorporated into this microcomputer and they are more costly than desktop computers. Next is the future of the microcomputer. Modern culture is so reliant on the computers that many individuals find it difficult to function when they go. Computers today are more affordable, quicker, and smaller than earlier models. A deck of cards can fit inside some computers. For the personal data assistant that can be carried around on notebook computers, sometimes known as the ultra-light, it makes sure mobile and enable them to operate in a range of settings. Upcoming computers are expected to be smaller than a deck of cards and significantly faster than current models, wearable computers, DNA computers, virtual reality gadgets, quantum computers, and optical computers are just a few of cutting-edge uses for computer technology that have already come to the light. As the conclusion, the most cutting-edge application of the computer technology to date include the wearable computers, DNA computers, virtual reality devices, and the optical computers. Okay, for the definition by website. In the past, the word microcomputer was frequently used to refer to a personal computers, especially to any of a family of compact digital computers with a CPU that is housed on a single integrated semiconductor chip. As a result, the CPU of a microcomputer uses a single microprocessor to carry out all logical and mathematical processes. Next is a definition by books. From the book of the Introduction of Microcomputer, Volume 1, Basic Concept, page 111, microcomputer is a logic device or microprocessors. Due to the blurring of the lines between microprocessors and microcomputers, we only use the term of microcomputers in this book to refer to the traditional nomenclature used to describe the logic implemented on chips. As its name might suggest, the microcomputer is also a digital computer. Lastly is the definition by magazine. Based on Kilovolt Microcomputing magazine published in December 1981 is the CPU offers a traditional 16-bit wide address bus and 8-bit bidirectional data bus. Data from the data bus is transferred into an informal register via the read stroke. When the whole is pulled low, the data in the address buses contain a lock until release. For the hardware component, the device's intelligible component, the software, enables the user to communicate with the hardware and give commands for specific action to be tackled. First is CPU. CPU is the Central Processing Unit, or CPU is the brain of a computer, and it processes program codes on one instruction at a time in the order in which they are written. The CPU is electronic circuit that executes logical, input-output, basic arithmetic and controlling operation in accordance with the program flow. The term processor also refers to the processing and controlling components of a computer, excluding the main memory and input-output devices. The control unit feeds code to the computer as an instruction. The result of the operation are saved in the internal register for further operation or if all stages have been complete in external memory via the control unit with the status register being updated appropriately. Second is memory. Memory is the data displayed either 0 or 1 are presented by this memory unit, which is the smallest of the memory units used to represent the storage occupancy of the data in the memory space, based on the amount of the bits occupied in the memory units displayed as the words. The words memory units are classified as the fixed point number, floating numbers, addresses, register, and many more. The size of the data stays constant throughout the procedure until it is finished when the processor calls the words to carry out any activities. Third is input. In essence, an input unit is a microcomputer that sends data to a computer. The majority of input devices influence or control computers in some way. The mouse, keyboards are the two most often used input devices. The terms input and output devices with additional feature are frequently used to describe peripheral or auxiliary devices. Touchpad, digital cameras, graphic tablet, touchscreen, microphone, scanner, keyboard, mouse, webcam, and light pen are a few examples of computer input devices.
There are a few advantages of microcomputer which are low cost, maintenance, easy get information, connectivity, size and flexibility. For low cost, microcomputers are much more affordable in terms of pricing as well. For maintenance, both hardware and software can be handled and used with minimum effort. Later, a microcomputer with internet access offers a wide variety of information on many different topics. Students or workers in particular can increase their knowledge by using a microcomputer. Microcomputer also enable users to communicate with people all over the world by using the internet. Microcomputers have small size that make them incredibly portable. Lastly, users of microcomputer can perform a wide range of functions, including web browsing, watching movies, listening to music, and playing games. Disadvantages of microcomputer, which are performance that enable to run computationally intensive apps or play demanding high-end game. Security is about information can be easily stolen from your computer by any hacker. A virus also could damage the crucial file in many ways. Low storage space users have two options between increase their capacity or by external storage like hard disk or pen drive. Entertainment option increase the addiction, including online game, web browsing, and social networking. There are a ton of unsuitable content on the internet that may not be appropriate for everyone, especially kids. And lastly is medical issue. Some sitting on a chair all the time neglects physical activity. This frequently contribute to obesity. Software components have two main components, which are operating system or system software and application software. Operating system is the program that controls all other application programs in a computer after being installed into the system, first by a boot program, which are Microsoft Windows, Microsoft Disk Operating System, and Unix. while application software is a category of computer programs that carry out particular business, educational, and personal tasks. Every program is made to help users do a range of tasks, some of which might be connected to productivity, creativity, or communication, which are word processing, antivirus, and presentation software. Other software that support graphic, numeric, and sound, which are Adobe Photoshop, Microsoft Excel, and Adobe Audition. Have 5 uses of microcomputer, which are uses in home, uses in education, uses in microcontroller, uses in business, and uses in medical.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Musika Wadamiti Mamasawi. Today I'm going to present to you about communication components. We have 4 of the components. First one is between computer. We have input and output devices, memory for storing data, and a CPU for processing data. ALU, which is arithmetic logic units, perform the addition, subtraction, multiplication, complement, among other operations. There are 2 types of memories in a microcomputer. First one is volatile, is that which only stores data for a small period of time before the light is turned on. And the second is the second is non-volatile, a memory that stores data indefinitely. The second one is we have LAN. LAN is a local area network, composed of 3 basic components, which is hardware that is connected to the LAN structure, computer program that can be accessed over LAN, and the users, the one who generate, manipulated, and that is connected to the LAN structure, have access to various files. The third one is WAN. WAN is Wide Area Community. It's essentially a collection of interconnected local area networks, which is LANs or other networks, created by the US, the Air Force in the late 1950s to connect locations in the semi-automatic ground environment (SAGE) radar defense system. Last one is Internet. Internet lifts data from your laptop to another. New hardware factors have emerged like the routers, servers, cell phone, towers, satellites, radios, smartphones, and different devices. All these factors structure the community of networks. 2 most necessary protocols in Internet will usually be the Transmission Control Protocol (TCP) and the Internet Protocol (IP). Next, we have timeline of microcomputers. From 1971 to 1976, the first microprocessor developed that can access 16 kilobytes of memory. Gary Kilder creates PLM for the Intel 801, based totally on PLI. David Jackson founds Altos Computer Systems. The first Apple I laptop board is offered in package form. From 1981 to 1983, Cashew demonstrated the FX 9000P with a 5-inch CRT, keyboard, keypad, removable memory modules, and 256 x 128 graphics. Commodore announced the VIC-20 with full-size 61-key plus 4 functions keyboards, 5 KB RAM expandable to 32 KB, 6502A CPU, 22 character by 23 line text display, and color graphics for $300. During its life, production peaked at 9,000 units per day. National Semiconductor announced the 32,000 chip, the first commercial 32-byte microprocessor. The 32,000 family includes CPUs and peripheral chips. John Strotup created the C++ extension to the C programming language. For the top 9 of microcomputers, we have desktop or personal computer, we have workstations, tablets, smartphone device, laptops, full tower microcomputer, server microcomputers, personal digital assistant devices, and mini tower microcomputer. Conclusions of microcomputers. In a nutshell, after getting to know all about the microcomputer, we can conclude that microcomputers are an indispensable section of a built-in record system. And since this computer model is compact and easier to carry, it is designed for individual use. It's slowly turning into vital for our everyday work, such as doing our presentations, sending emails, enjoying games, even in the training sector, business, medical, and so on. That makes microcomputer is suitable for daily use because we can use microcomputer anywhere and anytime we want it. Thank you. That's all from us.